How is it going, everyone? Welcome to more grid Autosport. And seems that the game remembers what I did last time, because that's the touring car that I've been using in a, well, touring car competition that I didn't finish, but doesn't matter because you can resume it. Oh, wait, did she say welcome, Gabby, then? I was talking so I couldn't hear it well, but it's pretty cool that they can say your name, right? No, well, in this case it's supposed to be Gabby with two B's, but it's pronounced the same, which is what matters. Well, not to mention it's supposed to be a female name, but it's whatever. If it sounds the same, I'm not gonna complain. So we gotta qualify. Well, let's qualify.
There's an extra championship point for qualifying in first place.
Oh, really? Well, I don't think I'm qualifying in first place, but... You mentioned that before? Because I feel like you have never mentioned that before. Seems a little bit odd, because it seems like an important piece of information, you know? I think I remember last time I got 4th place in the first race and, well, first on the second one, but I gotta... I mean, I'm probably not gonna qualify first, because I'm not gonna bother with all the 3 laps, I'm only gonna do 1. And I could do more, it's just that it's as I say, I mean, I think already qualifying is something that is annoying in itself, but if you don't qualify, you are not gonna win, basically. Yeah, the thing is that, well, as long as the track is not too long, doing a single lap for qualifying is whatever. This is a relatively complex track. Well, having a good... Yeah, like, that's a very good time for now, but that's because half of the grid still hasn't achieve a time. And this is probably gonna be 4th place or something. Well, if it's like, or maybe less than that, it might actually be way less than that. Well, doesn't matter. It was 3rd, not that bad. Well, I'm assuming that I'm right behind the 2 Raven West, yeah, obviously. The Raven West guys are in a different level. At least they maintain that consistency with the first game.
Gabby, you're in position 3, and your teammate is 16th on the grid.
Yeah, I'm not worried about my teammate, I'm worried about or my event rival. Like, I'm just worried about the Raven West boys. That was a penalty well deserved, but at least them being this close means that they are probably bothering each other, so... Yeah, I mean, I remember in the first race of this championship that I was pretty close to these guys. Well, probably not as close as now that I'm right behind them, but even seeing them, I couldn't overtake, like, or even get close to them in the first place. Now it should be a different story, because yeah, I'm a lot closer, but... Even then you can tell that it's quite messed up. I really gotta wonder where they... Like, I don't think this is supposed to be a real team, but I wonder where they took the name from and why they are so... You know... Like, why do they insist in using them as the top competitors, right? Like, must be something very meaningful.
Nice work on the first lap. You're in second place.
Don't worry, that's common. This is touring cars, okay? This sort of contact is fully expected. Fully expected and celebrated. Surely. Even after this many corners, I'm still behind him. That's pretty wild. And keep in mind, like something I gotta remind you is that this is still not the hardest difficulty. Like, it could still be harder than this. Like, it could very much be harder. That was very bad, it's fine. I think that this is the right difficulty, at least if the idea is winning, because in multiple of this winning is not necessary. Like, you can get the team objective simply by getting 5th place, but I'm assuming at some point winning will be necessary, and I think that if I were to go for the final difficulty, it's not gonna happen. Like this one, I think it's the typical game that if you actually install a full racing setup, you probably will do very well.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
I mean, assuming you are good with it, of course. Ah, fuck. It's fine. I tried using the flashback, but it wasn't that bad. Like, if you're good with a racing setup and, you know, you use manual transmission and all of that, I'm pretty sure that you can probably deal with the hardest difficulty AI, but that's not the situation that I'm in. I'm simply a casual using gamepad and automatic transmission, so for a casual like me, I think this hard difficulty, the second to last difficulty, is the right one. So yeah, I'll keep it like this. I mean, not to mention that even though you can customize most of the, well, most all of the difficulty options without following a preset, if you do want to follow a preset, you gotta, you know, say goodbye to automatic transmission and the ABS as well. There is no ABS on the very hard preset, and playing this game without ABS will really be hard. I mean, it's already hard for me sometimes to drive these cars, but without ABS it's... Yeah, no problem.
Great result. That race has pushed us up in the standings.
Well, and at least my teammate got 10th place, not bad. I mean, we're certainly not gonna win the team tournament, but at this point I'm used to it. Okay, so here...
Gabby, you're in position 16, and your teammate is 7th.
Yeah, something that I guess now I learned is that this touring car races don't... Like, I thought that you swap the position with your teammate. That's because my teammate constantly, like, finish in a very bad position, right? So me being on the back of the grid, I thought it was because of that, but no. This is simply the classic inverted grid. So if you are first place, in this case, you go to last place, obviously. It's something that I don't know why it took me that long to notice, but yeah, it's not swapping place with the teammates, just regular inverted grid. Because I mean, otherwise the Raven West guys will be dominating easily.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
I mean, last time it went well asking for him to push, so yeah, push. Go for it. I mean, you launch into in 8th place, I think. No, probably 7th place. So, yeah, make me proud. Actually, probably 6th places. He finished 10th in the previous race, and the half. Well, the half place will be between 8th and 9th. And if 9th and 8th switch places, that means that 10th starts 7th. Yeah, okay, so he started 7th place. But you're already in last. Wow, okay. That takes some talent. Like, barely doing a... Well, barely, I guess. Doing half a lap.
First lap. Keep pushing to the front.
And going straight to last. Pretty... You're a pretty good competitor. It's fine. It's just a little bit awkward how some of these teammates are so bad. But I think that theoretically the better the teams are, the better the teammates are. In Grid, I personally never had a teammate that was consistently good. Like, I remember in the first Grid game, I stuck with the first teammate that joined my team, and with the exception of some very specific disciplines, he sucked balls in all of them. And I could have changed him, but you had to pay money for that. So here I guess I just need to wait until an important team shows up. Well, in fact, it's pretty likely that I might be part of Raven West in some of the final events. I will be having this Nathan guy as a teammate. Which, by the way, he's almost out to be 2nd place. It's also the fact that this Kurt guy seems to be holding his own pretty well. But yeah, he's probably gonna be overtaken. He's pretty close to you. Yeah, there it is. Ah, that was a penalty, come on. But yeah. Where is the other guy, by the way? The other Raven West guy? It's not in the top 4. Well, doesn't matter. One of them already is in 2nd place. He basically did the same thing I did, like starting from the bottom and going all the way back up. As I say, with AI like that, you definitely... Like, increasing the difficulty will mean that I won't be able to consistently win. And here it might look free, like doing what I do and winning, but... Like, at any time, any of these corners I could mess it up. And if the flashback refuses to work, like it happens, like, I don't know, 80% of the times, yeah, you're just gonna lose time and probably lose the position with it. And that will be bad. I wouldn't like to do that. Well, also another thing, if you use the difficulty preset, you cannot even have flashbacks. So even if they work properly, you couldn't really use them. Well, I know that the game is replaying that fucking phrase over and over. Like, holy shit. It's the only thing he knows how to say. Oh, we got to level 4. So then there's one more. Well, classic mini challenge. You mean like the Mini Cooper? Or what do you mean by mini? We're gonna using the Mini Cooper. Yeah, no. Actually not. Wait, what car is this? There is no qualify either. I'm not sure what car this is meant to be.
You're in position 16.
This is also inverted grid, apparently.
We're after 6th or better in this cup.
Unless it's supposed to be like a very old model of Mini Cooper, maybe. Well, we will see by the end of the... Well, actually, I don't know if it says the name of the model there. Looks pretty funny, though, I gotta say. It's a very funny looking car. Also, well, I was gonna say very slow, but I mean, at least if I compare it to that Dodge Challenger or whatever it was, that one was probably slower. So yeah, it's not that bad, I guess. So the Raven West guys are behind. Maybe they cannot do that well when they don't have a busted car, huh? Yeah, maybe they were super good simply because they were using that BMW. Oh, team both of my doors. Nice.
Make some gains on that too.
So I think this is a single race, which will make sense since we did inverted grid already, so... That's my teammate. And yet again here, my teammate is kinda like not a part of the team. I really don't understand how these things work. It seems that one season, because I think it's pretty clear that this and the touring car, like the two touring car races, are a completely different event. But they are part of the same season. It's not like you can tackle them separate. It's kind of like the drift event in the tuner series. Like that thing is there alongside the time attacks, but
You've set the fastest lap this race.
I don't know. I think it's a weird way to have the events like that. But I don't mind, I mean... Well, I do mind for the drift event, but that's because I hate them, so if I could just remove the drift events from the game, I would. Well, at least here, I don't think that you will like need to repeat a season in order to level up enough. Like, even if I get into horrible positions on the drift event, I think it's fine. But that's also another good example of the difficulty, right? In the tuner series with time attack and drift,
Hold the lead. Last lap.
like in both of those I didn't do very well at all.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Like in time attack I obviously did better than in drift, but I think if I remember correctly, I didn't win some of them, right? I mean, I think I still got first place at the end, but I have the feeling some of them I didn't win. Maybe I'm wrong, I actually won all of the time attacks, but with the drift I don't know what else the game wants me to do. I guess I will have to, you know, drift more aggressively or something like that. I feel like I did the maximum I could possibly manage. Okay. That's a free victory.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
So, can you tell me what car this is?
Well deserved.
Miglia. It's a weird, like, is that the brand or the model? Anyways, yeah, the Raven West guy got the best lap, by the way. Like, that guy is the fastest even when he's not winning. Okay, that should still be... Wait a second. Weren't we already level 4? Am I missing something here? Well, it was 2 races, but wait, we're back at touring cars now? feel like I don't understand what's going on. Huh. Maybe that was a random intermission, not related at all to this.
First in the driver standings. That's exactly where you need to be.
Yeah, well, I'll qualify
There's an
first.
extra championship point for qualifying in first place.
I also didn't pay attention to what track this is supposed to be in. Amazing. Yeah, well, actually, we can do that, though. Will that be better? No, like, that was already too late. Hey, that's what I don't understand, dude. Why, you make the flashback go on for longer? This looks like the kind of track that will belong to Gran Turismo. Something that Gran Turismo has a lot, like colorful trees that make it look like it's autumn. Okay, it's probably gonna be a very bad position, but it's fifth. It's fine, good enough. It's also an extremely short race. Oh, and Raven West was not the number one. Wait a second, and one of the Raven West guys is my rival? How did that happen? These guys are never my rivals.
You're in position 5, and your teammate is 16th on the grid. You've got to place ahead of Nathan McCain. You can take them.
Yeah, but that's pretty surprising, don't you think? Well, maybe the game finally understood, well, this guy probably shouldn't have the bottom of the grid as rivals if he's gonna be on the top, but it seems like a pretty big change, if you ask me. Well, I'll take it though. I mean, Nathan at least, which is right here, I probably will finish ahead of him. His little teammate though, now especially having recovered the first place, yeah, I don't think I'm catching him.
5 laps left.
This is a very, very narrow track. Like, come on. Like, it feels like there's no... Well, here, these places, I guess, is where you want to overtake, but it's like for the most part, there's not that much room to overtake in this track. And this guy is not really getting any closer.
You've got 4 laps.
He's also... I feel like he's blocking on purpose, is he not? Because he did that corner, like, starting from the right side, which makes no sense if you want to do the corner fast. So it's possible that like maybe he has the team order to defend. Yeah, I guess these are very defensive maneuvers. Like, it's not like he's driving as if he was alone. It feels like he's actively trying to block me, and it's working, by the way. But even more than that is the fact that I cannot really get close anyways. Or, well, I can get close, but seems like the chance to be ahead of him is never there. Not sure what I should be doing instead. Well, his teammate, we can forget about him already. Like, I'm not gonna take him on, but I really need to get rid of this asshole. But it's not letting me. He's defending every single corner.
Got 2 laps.
Oh, but you didn't defend from that, huh? You didn't think I was gonna dive on from that far, and I understand, no one's saying would, but you expected me to be sane. That was your mistake. Well, that being said, I'm still behind. Pretty funny, isn't it? Well, there is still one more lap to go anyways, but... I was able to overtake the other... Wait, my direction is fucked. Shouldn't be surprised after all the collisions I had.
This is the final lap.
No, see, that's the thing. Get that lead? No. Like... Getting the second is good enough. I mean, you wanted me to beat Nathan McCock, well, there you have him. The teammate... I mean, he defended pretty well, so... I guess props to the AI for actually, you know, behaving like an active participant instead of just like a, you know, a passive entity. Like, this guy actually blocked every single corner he was in. Well, I guess the two exceptions where he didn't fully block are the ones I overtook. What did you say about the season? Well, it doesn't matter, I guess I'll win the championship anyways, but... Now we have the... Well, I'm in between the two Raven West freaks here. Are you gonna defend now? Are you? But you cannot defend. There are too many cars around you. I don't like the fact that he's still ahead of me. It's the same way he defended last time. He could defend this time, and I cannot finish in a bad position like this one. At least his teammate Nathan is still behind me, but him being ahead, like the other guy, ah fuck. Well, this time I fucked my direction a lot faster than last time. That's not a good thing. Though, right now it's not noticeable. It probably will be noticeable later, though. This track is a nightmare. I don't know exactly why, but it feels so hard to overtake. I mean, yeah, if you have these guys defending, you can't do much, but even on the straights, it seems like my car is just not enough to keep up with these guys. I mean, I guess it is enough to keep up. It's just enough to keep up, but it could be better. But yeah, my teammate is doing relatively well all around. He's doing a balanced strategy and still keeping the 5th place, but I think if anything that just tells you how hard it is to overtake in this track, that my teammate still has not lost all the positions. Well, he will probably lose them all in due time, but he's resisting more than expected. That was very bad. It's fine. Now that Evan Kennedy guy probably will keep the lead, but at this point I'm pretty sure the championship is fully guaranteed. Well, that's something that so far I hadn't had to worry about. Like every time, you know, that you play the championship, I guess it's because of the inverted grid. Because even if the top drivers can still like overtake everyone before the race is over, it's quite hard for them to do that. So I guess that's the reason why I don't have to worry about points. Like, thanks to the inverted grid, they will usually never be in a good position in every single race. Okay, my teammate basically is starting to lose every position possible.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Yeah, I guess that it took him longer than expected, but yeah, it still happened. Ah, come on. Well, that confirms that this guy is gonna easily take the first place. Wasn't this the same guy that was in 4th place in the previous one? He's probably gonna do well in the championship with his points, but regardless.
Well done. You beat Nathan McCain.
Yeah, I beat Nathan and the whole thing.
You got second over the finish line.
Yeah. Yeah, and obviously with the teammate I had, we cannot afford to get first, but at least we got second, which is more than we can expect, I guess. Okay. I still feel like we already were in level 4.
You did everything they asked, and that's a clear message to the other teams that you mean business.
Yeah, so the mini things was, I mean, that's the thing that throws me off. Like, you have this random ass unrelated competitions in the middle of like the other competitions.
You're being offered a spot in a new street championship this season.
Well, we can do the endurance thing. Also, 12 offers, that's... Well, I'm assuming this... Well, maybe, I don't know. If it means like two... Like, for example, here, yeah, okay, never mind. You have more offers per event, it doesn't mean that there are that amount of events, right? So Endurance League...
You did absolutely everything right last season, so have a look at your choices going forward. Razor Motorsport are upping their game and have an offer you should consider.
I mean... Well, this one technically gives you more experience at the end. But I don't think it's that big of a difference. Well, it is like 200. Well, I'm just gonna go with Racer. So we still have the Aston Martin that I used last time, plus a random Ford Shelby, I guess. And that Shelby is only one event that is in the middle for no particular reason. That's so weird. Anyways. It's gonna be Hockenheim. This one had a qualify. In fact, qualifying here was important because tire consumption is a thing. Like on top of, you know, having probably a hard rival to beat. You don't want to deal with that and tire consumption at the same time. Like, that's a bad combination. It's a bad combination just like doing that. The thing is that it's the same thing that happened yesterday when I went from touring car to open wheel. Like, as soon as I did the first corner, I spin. It's because touring cars don't care about that, but every other car kinda does care about that, even this one. So yeah, you gotta be careful with the corner exit yet again. I guess having touring car as the first car of the session is not a good idea. Really gets you used to not care at all about the corner exit, and that's just bad. Okay. And that should be probably good enough to maintain that first, right? No, it wasn't. It's fine. It's only second place anyways. Oh, and the Raven West freaks are here. Damn it. Were they here in the other endurances? Probably, right?
You're in position 2, and your teammate is 14th on the grid. You need at least 6th in the driver standings by the end of the season.
Yeah, I don't think seats will be an issue, but I do worry about winning this one. You don't mind me? Well, the good thing is that here the tires are like, that's kind of like the only new thing to worry about. Because I mean, the rest of the car's integrity is the same thing that every other race has, so you don't have to do anything extra. Taking care of the tires here is also like, you don't really take care of the tires, you simply like take care of yourself to not spin out because of the tire deterioration. Because I don't think, like, despite what the presentation of this endurance mode said, I don't think there is a way to wear down the tire significantly more than others. Like, you just drive normally and that's it. Like, yes, going slightly off track probably will wear them down a little bit more, but it's like it's something so, like, irrelevant that it doesn't matter. Well, the good thing is that here, anytime I do slower than my opponents, I can just have the excuse, oh, I'm trying to preserve my tires, obviously. That's clearly my idea. Nothing more, nothing less. Just trying to preserve my tires, bro. Nothing else.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Now, I gotta admit that I am very curious to try at least the very hard difficulty on the AI at some point, but problem is that these are seasons that are usually long. Like, you don't try them for a, well, I think that you can actually change the difficulty in every race, so you could try it for one race and then go back if you don't like it. And I say that and I get overtaken by the AI. But the thing is that this guy's overtaking me here. I think that it's supposed to make sense, because the idea is that the car you have is theoretically way worse than, for example, what the Raven West guys have. But I mean, even then, it's like, I don't know if having a better car will significantly change this that much.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Maybe it will.
We're currently on target for this race. Don't take too many risks.
I mean, I'm not really taking any more risks than normal. I'm not I'm not behaving in any way differently than any other race, you know? Doing the same as I always do.
Event rival is near the back of the pack.
Oh shit, okay. Yeah, that I can tell you is not good for the tires. At least I'm more than halfway through the race, but yeah. If you want something more conventional that is not good for the tires, it's that sort of drifting. Well, and also another thing about these endurances is that I think they all take place at nighttime, right? No, that's not an issue, guys.
We're looking good to hit our target in this position.
Like, differently from something like Need for Speed Shift 2, like here I can see very well at night. If it was like Shift 2, like, it's very hard to look at night. Here I think that they should simply made it easier because they felt like it. Like, it's not like these tracks have way better illumination than the ones in Shift 2. Like, here for example, like, well, in this corner, yes, I mean, in the place between this corner and where I was, there wasn't really any light source nearby, so that will be normally super dark. They made it so you can see at least the basic things without that much trouble. If this was like Need for Speed Shift 2 though, this would be very hard, because if there is a track that I don't know, and this is one of them, like, it will be very hard to do the corners when I cannot see them. Okay. So only 1 minute to go.
We're in a good position to hit the target.
I know.
Is near the back of the pack.
I just don't like that red color on my rear left tire. That's not looking very good. There is the countdown. Well, as expected, the Raven West guys like stayed here the whole time. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Oof. Right, 10 more seconds. Just hold on until the next corner and you're fine. And there it is. At the end it gets very hard to control the car. Also, here are the objectives. Like, looking at them, like, imagine if I was playing in very hard difficulty, I will still fulfill these objectives. So maybe it might be possible that I am intended to be playing this on very hard and place like around the middle of the group instead of placing first. Like, it's not supposed to be what normally happens, you know? Yeah, I prefer it this way. It's more exciting to fight for first place than to fight for God knows what place. Okay, so this is Brands Hatch. At least this is a track I'm familiar with. In fact, I think I never did Brands Hatch at night time in any game I played. Probably. I don't remember that being the case. I did play Gran Turismo 5 and 6, and I'm pretty sure the option to play these tracks at nighttime was there, but I think it never actually happened. Like, I mean, unless you go out of your way to do it, I don't think that their career modes, well, I mean, they call them simulation modes, but I think that those do not have this, or maybe they do as an endurance. I mean, I also remember not being very thrilled to do the endurances in the Gran Turismo games. Though in 5 and 6, I think they made the endurances significantly shorter than in the PS2 games. Okay, that's... Why did I lose so many positions there? I did a corner very badly. That's gonna be first, but not for long. Well, 4th place... Promise that in an endurance I cannot simply force myself into first casually. I mean, I will try, but I don't think it's gonna be that easy to do. So that guy is a McLaren, right?
You need to beat your event rival. They're not going to make it easy, though.
I wonder what happens if you don't beat your event rival. Well, maybe that's the thing, like it doesn't count as beating the event if your event rival is not beaten. Like, that's the only win condition, maybe. Could be. Well, I was able to force myself into first place after all. That didn't go that badly. I heard the tires there. I don't think they were my tires. I think they were the guys behind me. Wow. You are all wasting your tires so much here. Is it because I'm blocking you? I'm too slow for you? Is that what's going on? Well, shouldn't have let me pass in that case. Yeah, they are wearing their tires down like it was nothing. Well, I mean, works for me. There's only one guy behind me, like directly behind me. Yeah, there's only one. It's my good friend Nathan. It seems like this guy will be next to me all the game, right? Probably. But it sounds so aggressive. I mean, it feels like they are braking to avoid crashing against me. Yeah. And it makes sense. Look at how fast they were doing those corners. It makes sense that the tires will make that noise. Like, they were trying to avoid me super hard. Yeah, I guess I'm not very good at Brands Hatch. But here I don't have the excuse of being unfamiliar with the track, because I am pretty familiar with the track. I guess I'm simply not good enough. And it's because Brands Hatch on the final sector, it starts... fuck. Okay, I hope that's enough to save me. It is. Yeah, I mean, I'll take that over spinning out, but... yeah, that was bad. I think that here the first place will not be mine. In fact, it's possible that the second place will not be mine. Like the other Raven West guy is right behind me. But you can... But dude, how do you do these corners this quickly? That's the part I don't understand. Like, these guys are doing these corners way faster than mine, and I don't see how. Like, how do you do this without going off track? I don't get it. But they are doing it. So to be fair, it seems like they are the only ones doing it.
We're currently on target for this race. Don't take too many risks.
Here I don't think the tire wear is gonna make any difference. Because these guys, at least with how I heard their tires cry, like they should have their tires way more busted than me. But I don't think that's gonna make a difference. Like, I don't think that's gonna matter at all. Because at the end of the day, I'm still doing these corners too slow. I don't understand how you do them this fast. Like, it feels like some of these corners they do them without braking, but I mean, fuck. See, that's what happens when I try to do them like faster than I normally would. And right there I even used the brakes a little bit. It's not like I did it fully without brakes, and it still was not enough to stay on track, so I don't know what magic you are employing here. And I guess right now my objective is
We're in a good position to hit the target.
to keep the second place. That's my objective. Nothing more, nothing less. I hope that he wasn't the guy that got second place, but he probably was. Yeah, I'm talking about Nathan. Because that means that, well, I don't know how the Shelby race is gonna be, but the thing is that the Nets Endurance, I probably will need to win in order to, well, win the championship. The guy behind me is very... ah, fuck. And that, by the way, that was the exact same corner that the other guy overtook me. I don't understand how these guys are doing them. Like, maybe it's just their cars being better. I don't think it's that, I guess. There was also one of the... what the fuck, dude? That was very bad. Alright, you are not gonna overtake him anyway, so at least try to preserve this third place.
To hit our target in this position.
Promise that here I already gave up too many things. And at this point, the third place will make it hard to win the championship. Not like you... dude. Not like you have to win the championship. Oh, look at this guy. Well, that's fucked up. I don't think that's gonna help. That's not gonna help. That's fucked up. Like, promise that I don't wanna reset this, because I will be resetting 8 whole minutes, but this is a horrible position to be in. Like, restarting this will be, but I will, because this is non-acceptable. Like, you cannot accept that result, man. Restarting an endurance like this feels so bad. I mean, I was out of flashback, and I mean, third place was also a bad position if I managed to give this one. But yeah, I'm having trouble here with Brands Hatch. I don't know why. I don't know why these guys are doing the track so much faster than me. Maybe I like this is a good way to understand that I'm not good at Brands Hatch, but I still don't understand. Well, so here, since it's pretty clear that I'm not gonna do these corners faster than them, what I instead should be doing is do them as slow as I can, because they will brake behind me anyways. Like, that's what matters. And the only way they are gonna overtake is if I give them the opening to overtake. And the only way I'll give them the opening to overtake is if I don't brake enough and go off track. So here, do not worry about how they do the corner. Like, just do the corner like you always do, because you're not gonna make it faster than them. So just make them brake. Make them brake behind you. That's what you need to do. Anything else is gonna be used against you. So just be yourself. Don't try to be a driver you are not. You cannot do those corners fast enough? Don't worry. Don't do them fast enough. They will have to deal with your pace. Too bad for them, I guess. Yeah, I'm not here to do charity. So if you want to take my position, you have to take me out of the track. Will you do that? Well, the McLaren in the previous attempt that made me completely restart this actually did that, so yeah, maybe these guys will be willing to do that. But I mean, every time that corner section comes, these guys always brake. Like, they never try to push me out. Guess you will have to do it very slowly for them to actually push you out. I'm almost halfway there and I still keep the lead. I guess that's the trick, since they are not gonna try to force themselves on me. Just do this thing as slow as you can. It's not like I'm doing it on purpose, I'm simply naturally slow here. Not sure why. And I feel like I remember this might have been the case in other games as well. That corner section of Brands Hatch, I also did it badly. In fact, wasn't it the case on Shift 2? Because Gran Turismo I played like 5 and 6, I played them a very long time ago, so I wouldn't remember. But I mean, Shift 2 I played it relatively recently, so... in that one, I feel like when it was time to do Brands Hatch, I probably also did those corners slowly. I guess there is a trick I'm not aware of. I'm not sure which one, but there seems to be one. It's maybe that I'm just not following the optimal racing line. I guess it's hard to tell which one is the optimal racing line. As I will assume that's the one. You can tell that even there, even if I think I... fuck. Well, that's fine, he's still not that far. And I mean, I already overtook them after the finish line. Well, I mean, I overtook them on on the first lap. So I can take the position back here.
We're in a good position to hit the target.
Just dive on them on that one. Okay, not bad. Oh, and Nathan actually lost the second place. Wait, and someone else is approaching. Someone unrelated to the Raven West guys. I guess we lost that much time. Well, not my fault. Well, no, it was my fault, yeah. I'm the one that is slowing everyone down here, but hey, deal with it. It's the only thing I can tell you. Yeah, like here, that's the thing. I have to kind of take that corner as if I was defending every single time. Okay, and here, another thing that it's starting to become a problem are the tires. Well, they kind of were already a problem before, but you know, it seems pretty obvious they are a problem. And I still need to do essentially one more full lap, so that's an issue. And here I'm pretty sure that if I lose one position, I lose 3 of them. So I cannot afford to do that, I guess. Well, here goes nothing. Oof, that's fine, that's fine. Here, I think that this is the first time that something like this happens in this game, where essentially I need to block. Well, it happened in straights before, but yeah, that was tense, I agree. It was pretty tense. Okay, so what's this Shelby thing? Why is it called Shield? Sound Laboratory Zoom. Is that the same Zoom that you use for calls, or is that another one? Is it a Shelby Cup? Oh, we have Circuit of the Americas in this game, huh? Usually abbreviated as COTA because of the, you know, initials. And here we don't have qualifying, so I'm assuming we start, yeah, on the back. Well, and so do the other guys, like the Raven West guys. Now, this car, I know which one it is. It was in Shift 2. And in Shift 2, this was a pain in the ass to drive. So I cannot imagine it being much better here, right? Well, hard to tell with so many of these guys all together. Well, yeah, it's still hard to tell. I haven't done a single normal corner yet. So there are artifacts here on the glasses of this thing. Like, kinda looks like the reflection is fully pixelated. But it only happens sometimes. And I've seen that happen to other cars, though not, I guess, that noticeable. That's an issue. Wait, this is 8 minutes as well, right? Yeah. That was bad. Now, yeah, I mean, aside from the fact that this car is obviously quite slow compared to the previous one, It doesn't seem that painful to drive, but again, I think that until I can make a, you know, a regular track without crashing against anyone, it's gonna be hard to. Okay, this should probably be a normal lap, right?
You've set the fastest lap this race.
I don't think it will be a normal lap.
Rival is sitting in mid-pack.
I guess until I get first place, every lap is gonna be abnormal. Well, though here the first place is pretty far away. Yeah, that was bound to happen. Yeah, double penalty, just for you. Yeah, I think that here it's easier to tell, so it's not that it has that many issues. Like, it doesn't, I wouldn't really say it understeers, but it seems very hard to make a corner in a controlled way. It's a weird car, and I mean, it's weird in more ways than one. I always thought the way this car looked was extremely weird. Like, it doesn't even look like a car. I mean, it has 4 wheels, yeah, but just looks weird. And not because it's an old car. I think this car is probably from the 70s or something, right? Cars from back then did not necessarily look this weird. I think this one is simply a special case.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
At least the shape is very recognizable, precisely because of how fucking ugly it is. Yeah. We'll assume that there are some people that probably feel nostalgic about this car and the way it looks. They have a soft spot in their hearts for it, and that's understandable. But yeah, I think it's extremely ugly. Like, in the front it doesn't even look that weird, but like, what is that rear? Like, that really feels like someone crashed behind you and that's the result. Like, that's just how it looks after a big crash. But no, that's how it looks normally. So yeah, pretty weird, pretty awkward. So far, most of these tracks we are playing in like a very short variant of it. I wish that most of this happened in the full-length variant. So that probably will happen later on in the game when you get higher with the levels and all of that. Just judging by how long these seasons are, I think like what will make the most sense is not do like everything the game has to offer, you know? Like, basically get to the maximum level and then do the like the Legends thingy and that's it, because this seems like it will take a very long time to complete it all. I guess I wouldn't mind too much, but so I guess instead of using the previous races where everyone has a different car as a point of comparison. I guess it's a better point of comparison to use these ones. Like here, I guess is what tells you that it is possible that I put the difficulty too low, but well, then again, in the Formula 3 and that one Lancia Delta race, I don't think I dominated that much. So I guess it depends on the car. For some reason the AI with this car is extremely slow. Or maybe I'm just extremely fast, but I mean, I'm not really doing anything out of the ordinary. So no, I just think it's the AI being super slow. Yeah, that's a penalty. Oh, it isn't. It isn't a penalty probably because I didn't gain time. It's cool to see that there is an algorithm in the game that calculates exactly how much time you gain from cutting a corner, and it either doesn't give you a penalty if you wasted too much time, or the penalty that it gives you is not that bad, right? Yeah, that's pretty nicely done.
The timer's racing towards the target time, seconds to go.
Got it.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
Yeah, I mean...
Looks like you were the one to watch.
Oh, and the two Raven West guys got in a very bad position. Okay. Well, deserve. And then a final regular endurance. But that's what I guess, see, it says event 3 out of 3, because the Shelby event is unrelated to this. If anything, that just makes it more strange that they fit a random ass event in the middle for absolutely no reason, but whatever. Now, keep in mind that you are no longer driving the Shelby, so do not drive like you're driving a slow car, because it's not slow. Well, in fact, I think this is the fastest car I used so far in this game. Well, the Formula 3 was also pretty fast, but I don't know if this one or the Formula 3 is faster. Probably Formula 3, I would assume. Wait, I'm qualifying. What am I doing? Sorry, I lost myself in thought so much that I forgot to end the quali as soon as I cross the finish line. Oh, and also now my rival is Nathan, and he is starting in first place.
You're in position 3, and your teammate is 13th on the grid. You're having a great season. You're top of the standings.
I know. It's probably too long. Oh, my bad, Mr. Raven West. So you're not my rival here. I think it was supposed to be Nathan. Well, I think at this point Nathan is permanently my rival. Even if the game doesn't tell me he's explicitly my rival. I think at this point we can call ourselves rivals. Now, will the same thing that happened in Brands Hatch happen here? Is there a corner I will do significantly slower? No, in Brands Hatch it was an issue because it wasn't one corner, it was 3 corners in a row. Well, here it could be the same, I don't know. It's possible that maybe this final sequence of corners I'll do them as slow as the Brands Hatch ones. Well, that doesn't seem to be as offensive as Brands Hatch. I think I'm wearing down my tires pretty badly here. I cannot block you two at the same time. That's a pretty cool approach. One from the inside, another one from the outside. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they didn't do that on purpose. Like, in the sense that they simply were trying to avoid me at the same time. And one of them went left and the other one went right. But it would have been cool if that was like an intentional maneuver, like the two guys on the team tried to corner me like that. Though, to be fair there, I did that badly. I should have covered the inside, but not like it changed anything anyways. I wouldn't say that. In fact, what even makes you say that? Raven West is gonna struggle to make a decent pace to the end. Are you watching the race, dude? They are both right behind me. And they are struggling to make a decent pace, so... Damn. Are you just implying that my pace is dog shit? Well, you're not wrong, but... It doesn't seem like a useful thing to say right now. Because as far as I'm concerned, they have a very good pace. Probably not if we look at it from like world record perspective, but yeah, neither I am. They are still as close as ever. I do wonder though if this was in very hard difficulty, how, like, which position we will be fighting for. Because obviously we wouldn't be fighting for the first positions, but will it be 6th place, 7th place? The thing is that if you want the team objective, like in some cases it's 6th place and wait, I didn't mean team objective, I mean the single driver objective. I think sometimes it says things like 5th place. I don't know if that will be that easy to do. Because here, I mean, yeah, these 2 Raven West guys are super close to me and all of that, but they are not the only ones. Like, everyone else is also pretty close, and I'm pretty sure that they will already be past us if I wasn't completely blocking them off the way I'm doing it. Also, I mean, my tires are not gonna go to 0. Are gonna go below 10, I'm pretty sure. Well, and by they I mean specifically my rear left tire. That was not a penalty, come on. Oof. That's not good. Is he gonna overtake here? No, he didn't. Well, he did, it's just that I guess I took it back, but then right now it's like my car is doing his own thing.
Nathan McCain will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, I don't think he has much to learn here. I simply blocked him the whole race, so he will probably keep doing what he's doing. If anything, he will practice overtaking. Okay.
Great season. Your team will be happy. You did everything they asked, and that's a clear message to the other.
Yeah, I know. So there's only open wheel and tuning left to unlock the Grand Slam.
Look at the new touring championship you can enter this season.
I'll do open wheel first. So this one, oh, you also have the Caterham on this one.
Absolutely everything right last season, so have a look at your choices going forward.
Here I gotta go for Intel.
Autosport are upping their game and have an offer you should consider.
Also, the setup capability, who cares about the setup capability? I mean, I certainly don't. But, like, does it even change much? Like, what can you even set up? Like probably things like the suspension, the transmission. That's too complicated. This is Yas Marina at daytime. Oh, and in this one it's important to qualify because it affects the 2 races. Well, that's the one thing I don't like about the open wheel tournaments. You have 2 races of the exact same type, one after the other, in the exact same position. I feel like that makes no sense at all. Like, the inverted grid thing going on in touring car makes sense, but here the first and the second race in a track are the exact same, and it all depends on the position that you got in the qualification. So I don't understand why they will make it like that. It's kinda annoying because it's come on, because it's repetitive. Despite that penalty, I somehow still preserve the partial first place. It's probably not gonna be first when other guys cross the finish line. Okay, how bad is it gonna be? Not bad. I think it was 4th place last time I also did the open wheel thingy. So yeah, not a problem.
Want at least 5th in the team standings this season. Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
I don't know why you should put Nathan as my event rival from the beginning. It was pretty messed up. And yeah, it didn't let me flashback. Though I feel like I'm suspecting more and more that the flashback issue is a frame rate problem. If I were to up the frame rate right now, it probably will work more consistently, but I don't think that's something I wanna do on stream. And more importantly, I don't think that making this game run higher than 60 frames per second is something I should be trying to do, because I don't know if it's gonna work properly. It might not. Well, these guys are doing some weird stuff. But I wasn't doing very well either.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
That was a double penalty, really. Should this be a restart too? It was a very bad start. I mean, not as bad as the previous attempt, but not sure if I'm recovering here. These guys seem a little bit far. Well, there are 4 laps, well, 3 now. Well, and this is Rick Scott, by the way. Instead of having... Oh, fuck me, dude. I couldn't flashback. I feel like if that happens enough times, I will increase the frame rate, because it has to be that issue. Like, the fact that it's so inconsistent, it has to be related to frame rate. I mean, if it's not related to frame rate, I don't know how else it could possibly happen. Really. Oh, wait a second. Just realized that Nathan is the one that is not in the race. He's the one that got replaced by Rick Scott. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that's too late. Oh, it might... I mean, I prefer getting the penalty, yeah.
Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Oh, the question is if I can actually reach Rick Scott. I mean, he's not that far.
Nice work on the first lap. You're in 2nd place. Your event rival is near the back of the pack.
Still, something that surprises me is that even with so many seasons, you're still kinda like considered a novice. Like, you're still only being invited to these teams that have like super bad teammates. It's probably because, I guess, one option is to do the whole trajectory of a certain discipline instead of going back and forth between them, but it's just that I think that the intended way is doing what I'm doing, which is precisely going back and forth, because you cannot do the Grand Slam if you don't just do this. Well, and then I guess it's the fact that you are not forced to do the Grand Slam if you don't want to, sure, but the thing is that why wouldn't you want to? Like, it seems like something that the game cares enough about to show you at the end of each season that it's there, you know? So yeah, I will argue that it's important. Some of these penalties even feel like you did not get any penalty at all. Like, that message appear in the UI and that's it. But no, apparently you got a penalty. So here the annoying thing is that right after this race, there will be another race that is exactly the same as this one. Unless they change it for this one, which I don't see why they would. That's so weird. Why will you have two races? Like, one wasn't enough to prove yourself or something? That you want another one? Yeah, that's just very weird in general.
Nice work. You beat your event rival and won the round. Keep it up.
I also like how polygonal the public looks. Here, well, somehow we're at the top. It's race 2 out of 2 and it's the exact same race. Like, the exact same race again. And it's a shame because I don't mind this open wheel discipline by itself, right? Like, I mean, I don't dislike driving these cars. They are not anything out of the ordinary, and the fact that they are open wheel hardly matters, because the collisions are still as permissive as if this was a touring car, right? So it's not something I care that much about, but it's okay, like it's cool, but the fact that you have to do 2 races in a row in the same track with the exact same conditions, like, makes no sense. It makes 0 sense. Like, why would that be the case, you know? I don't know, but it is the case. That's the issue. So I feel like just because of that, this has to be my second least favorite discipline, and that's only because my least favorite one is the one that has drift. If it wasn't for that, this would be my least favorite one. You see, I'm not a fan of time attack, but at least in time attack you don't do the same thing twice in a row. But here you do, and for absolutely no reason. I mean, the thing is that this is something that doesn't even happen in real life, does it? I mean, certainly not in Formula 1. I don't know in Formula 3, but I would assume it's similar to Formula 1 in how you simply have a qualifying session and then the race day, and that's it. You go on to the next race. Like, you don't do the same race twice, do you? So that's the odd thing. Like, Like, what are you trying to mimic here? Like, why will you have the same race twice? It's stupid. It's quite stupid.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
And of course, the more events that a season has, the amount of races gets exponentially higher. So it's pretty annoying. Also here I'm dominating very consistently. You know, I should try. Actually, it might be a good idea. Well, probably not. If anything, it will be a bad idea. But I should try, since like the second race is gonna be the exact same. If I'm able to comfortably win the first one, I should like increase the AI difficulty on the second one just to see how much harder it is. Because otherwise, yeah, like it's just gonna be, at least to me, it's gonna be very boring, you know?
You've set the fastest lap this race.
And I'm pretty sure that you can change the difficulty before any of the races, so I will do that.
Rival is near the back of the pack.
I guess for the next one I will do that. Especially because with the first race you already have way more than enough practice. And not to mention that by doing the qualifying session you already have a good position guaranteed in both. So at that point the only thing left to do is, you know, race it out. And here you don't have like a vehicle disadvantage. You are all using the exact same car, the Dallara F3. So that's not a valid excuse if you like underperform, right? Yeah, I'll do that for the next race. Like, I'll do the first round in this difficulty, and the second one I'll do it in very hard, assuming I'm allowed. I don't see why I wouldn't, but... Yeah, I wanna believe I will be allowed. Mont Tremblant. I don't know this track. Well, we probably don't need to know it, right? We're gonna learn it in... Wait, oh, this is the same one that I struggled a lot to overtake last time? I think it might be. Well, maybe this is not the best track to switch the difficulty, but I will. Assuming that I don't have any issues winning the first round. Because if I do struggle, then no. What are you doing? Well, that wasn't a penalty somehow. And this might even be enough to just start in first place by only doing one lap. Fuck, yeah, see, that's what I get for talking. It's fine, don't worry. Just brake earlier this time. At least it seems that in the qualifying session the flashbacks work every single time. Somehow. Okay. But it seems like I'm cursed to do 4th place every single time here. Though it's not a bad position. I think that it's exciting enough at least to... Wait, what's this? Oh, event rules. The idea here is on the next round I will probably change the difficulty. We will see how easy it is to win this one. Well, after all, here Raven West has the first 2 positions, and the other guy is not blocking them, so they are probably gonna go quite fast. That was bad. In fact, they are quite far now. I know that the start could have been done better, but maybe increasing the difficulty might not be the answer here. That was bad. That went better, but these 2 guys are still up there. I guess it's just hard for me to get used to this track. Well, I guess there goes the plan on raising the difficulty. If I'm already struggling here, why would I increase it? Seems like a bad idea.
1 lap down and you're in 3rd.
I don't think much will have changed here by having a better start. I mean, I probably will be closer to them, but I'm not sure if I will have overtaken them. Okay, I'm also struggling with that corner on, like, it's not counting as a penalty because I think the game is thinking that I'm losing time. It doesn't look like I'm losing time though. But yeah, with or without that, I still cannot seem to get close to them. I think here specifically it will be for the best to not increase the difficulty. But I keep going off track and everything. I guess it's just a hard track after all. Here I might even struggle keeping the 3rd place at this rate. So yeah, it's just 2 positions. It's just the 2 fastest guys that are like 4 seconds ahead of me. Well, actually, never mind, 6 seconds ahead of me. Yeah, it's just 2 positions, bro. Now, getting 3rd place twice will be a problem. Like, this 3rd place is not an issue because I won the previous 2. If I got 3rd in both this one and the next one, I probably will lose the lead very badly. Okay, let's try that again. Though... Okay, I could break in time, but then, dude. But it's not like I was familiar with the previous track, so... I mean, I think it was Hockenheim, wasn't it? So, well, I guess I was slightly familiar, maybe, but... Like, it's not like it... Like I have it in my DNA. But this one is costing me too much to get used to it. Alright. I'll have to take it. Well, there is quite a big difference in points between the first, second and third place. So I definitely cannot take another third place. I probably will though, because this is very hard to do. And again, doesn't help that there's no one ahead of them to kind of like block them. They are basically unrestricted. I mean, if I can get ahead of them, I can block them. Alright, I can at least block one of them. The other one though, Mr. Rick Scott, maybe a different story. Oh, fuck. This corner, why? Why is it so hard for me? At least I still haven't really lost any footing to this guy. Like, he's at the same distance as he was at the beginning. Will I be able to get closer? I don't know. Okay, well, that's a way to get closer, I guess. Yeah, maybe in the previous attempt, if I had just restarted the race, it would have been a different story. What the hell? I guess also the lack of reference doesn't help. Like here, there that didn't change shit, but what I'm trying to say is that not having someone ahead of you to tell you exactly how to do these corners is very hard, because it's a track. I mean, it has braking references. If you look at the side of the track, they are there. It feels like every corner is so blind. Like, it feels like if those braking references were not there. I personally, even though I should, I kinda never use the number braking references to brake. I mean, if I did it, I probably wouldn't be struggling so much, but I feel like if anything, it's more distracting than anything else. Like, if I were to pay attention to them, I mean, they will be distracting. Like, to me, it's easier to look at, like, environment things. Like, for example, I don't know, like, trying to look at the piano of the next corner, or looking at how close the wall is. But if you want to be consistent, you kinda have to use the braking references the game gives you. Or at least a more consistent braking reference than a piano or a wall. Because I mean, it doesn't have to be specifically the signs they put. Like, it could be like the sponsors, for example, right? If you're next to that billboard, you brake or something. Well, not the case here since it's a straight, but... Yeah, at the same time here, I guess there really is nothing aside from the numbers at the side of the track. Like there's no other thing you can use as a reference for braking. And yeah, that should be good enough, but to me it's still hard. Alright, so if I had increased the difficulty, I probably would have gotten my ass kicked here. So yeah, it's like every time I think of increasing, and when I say increase the difficulty, I don't mean the whole preset, I mean simply the AI difficulty. But every time I think of it, there is immediately something that tells me, no, that's not a good idea, don't do that. Right, so this is the one thing that is the Caterham thingy. Well, maybe for this one I could increase it. I mean, since everyone also uses the same... Oh, and this is Red Bull Ring. It's probably gonna be a mistake, though. I'm so tempted. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, not to mention my rival is the first place. And... you know, this Caterham looks a lot bigger in this game than it did in the first. Well, in the first, no, in the second grid game. In the first grid game, it wasn't even a thing. If I'm not mistaken, the rival of like the event that is unrelated to the main thing, which in this case is the Formula races. The rival is dictated by your current standing in the championship, but only here. I don't think it's the case in the rest of the races, in the normal ones. Like, it's just a special thing for this off-season thingy. Well, off-season, I mean, it's part of the season, but what I mean is that... I mean, it's completely unrelated. This isn't even open wheel. I don't understand. Like, why is this even a thing? I mean, at least it's nice because it's like it adds variety to what otherwise will only be nothing but Formula races, right? But it just seems so out of place. Again, it's not even open wheel. If this was instead with the, I don't know, with the Ariel Atom that was also a car in the previous game, it would make sense, but with this Caterham thing, not really. I guess it's because it's just like Formula cars, this is very lightweight. That's what the relation is here. But here, I again gotta be glad I didn't increase the difficulty, because look at this. Yes, we are halfway through the race and I still am not first. See, it's what I say, every time I think of increasing the difficulty, there is something that immediately shows me why it's not a good idea to do so. But yeah, at this point I think I probably shouldn't, you know. Okay, so this Tobias guy is my rival from Austria. Wait, actually, maybe it's because he's a local, since Red Bull Ring is in Austria. That's an interesting detail. Because, I mean, it's not like this guy is either of the Raven West guys. It's just a random ass guy that I don't remember seeing in the previous races, even though he probably was there. But maybe he was picked as the rival simply for being Austrian.
Your event rival is in third place.
My event rival went down to 4th. And now even worse than that. Wait, did he crash or something? was bad. It's fine. Okay, that's not fine. I hope I don't lose this because of this. Yeah, well, let's just dive on in this corner and you're gonna be fine. Okay, that works.
Your event rival will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
Yeah, at least this one wasn't completely free like that one with the Shelby Cobra. Okay, so now back to Formula. What track are we talking here? Hockenheim. Okay, so the first one wasn't Hockenheim then, right? It was something else, probably. Well, in this one, man, I'm a moron, but I'm still tempted to increase it. I mean, with this track I should be more familiar. Now, a track that I haven't seen so far, and maybe they are gonna save it for last, is Le Mans. It was a track in the first game. It's probably gonna show up in like one of the final endurance events or something like that, or maybe in the Grand Slam. Could be part of the Grand Slam. So let me guess, this is gonna be 4th place again, isn't it? Say no more. It most likely will. Actually, it's 5th. Okay, I see how it is. Well, I guess that will give me... Oh, I have both of the kicker guys ahead of me. And Rick Scott is my rival as well. They actually changed their rival like halfway through the season, and it also applies to like the main discipline, which in this case is the Formula thing. Ah, fuck me. Completely spamming the flashback, by the way, and it didn't want to. At least it was at the start of the race. Bro. Yeah, see, that's the issue and the reason why I qualify. But even qualifying, if you don't start at the beginning, it can be an issue. Because these guys just make it so hard for you to overtake because they fucking suck. Okay, unfortunately here the 5th place will be an issue. Ah, damn, that's quite a drift, but this is not the drift competition, dude. At least I have enough of a pace to keep up.
One lap down and you're in third.
That was close. Here the Raven West guy behind me doesn't matter. It's the one ahead of me that is the rival. Though I still don't know what happens if you lose to your rival. Will be messed up if you could not continue the event until you beat him, but I would assume if anything it just gives you more experience at the end of the race and that's it. It's nothing serious. It's actually gonna be an interesting race.
You've set the fastest lap this race.
Because it's gonna come pretty close regardless of who wins. I mean, as long as I dive on in one of these, I will overtake. And this is the dive bomb I'm looking for. Yeah, and that will always be the case because these guys always respect the dive bomb in the sense that they are not gonna try to pressure after it, they are simply gonna brake. And that's it. No, that's... yeah, that was bad, but it's fine.
Rick Scott is in second place.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up, dude. I certainly was not aware of that. Okay.
Nice work. You beat Rick Scott and won the round. Keep it up.
Yeah, and here I don't think you will say he wants to look at the replay, because
Before the season's over.
it was pretty close. Alright, and here I'm still not increasing the difficulty. Keep in mind I launched 5th place, and Rick Scott is still the rival, so I guess the difficulty increasing will probably never happen. That's not a bad thing. I mean, as long as the races are interesting and the winner is not obvious from the beginning, it should be fine. Like, at least it makes me work to get that win, that's what matters. Because even if I know that I will most likely win, I want to work hard for it, you know? Oh. The stream disconnected for a little bit. I mean, I don't know if it's back now. It disconnected for a little. I don't think you missed much, so I was simply overtaking these guys. Nothing out of the ordinary. Not anything different that what I've been doing the last half an hour, I guess. Pretty standard stuff.
On the first lap, you're in second place.
That's a penalty. I'm still at the same distance I was in the final lap of the previous race. So, and what I did last race was dive bombing here, but am I at a good enough distance? Yeah, I am. I am, but yeah, it wasn't that good of a dive bomb, but it's fine. Or is it? I might not be able to win at this rate. I guess how to keep dive bombing.
That's Rick Scott up ahead.
You know, shit. Like, I can see his name. It's right there ahead of him. And even if it wasn't, it's not like I need to worry about anyone else anyway, so... You know, it was enough to beat him. It's as I say, you just have to dive bomb enough times and it kinda works out. It fixes itself in the end. Okay. Well, I won again.
Rick Scott will be replaying that over and over. Great win.
Well, I don't know, dude. He overtook me right there.
Second is a fantastic team result. Great season.
It's a shame though, as I say, the fact that open wheel makes you redo the same race twice.
You did everything they asked, and that's a clear message.
So yeah, there's something weird, right? Like, you see that the experience meter was close to 6 and then it's back here. So there is something odd about the way the leveling works. Like, it actually doesn't... I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, I need to do the tuning thing, unfortunately. Yeah. This one is gonna suck, but... The sooner we're done, like, all of this have a drift. Like, you cannot avoid drift as much as I would like to.
A promising team with a great offer for you. So
this one gives you way more experience. Like, way more experience. So, starting with the Honda into the Nissan Silvia. Well, the Nissan Silvia is the drift event. Wait, hold up. So, we have Sprint Circuit. Oh, wait, no. I basically have 2 races, 2 drift events, and 2 time attacks. Well, that's actually pretty nice. Like, there's variety. But the fact that there are 2 drift events is what I'm not a fan of. Like, that's gonna suck balls. Big time. There's no, well, no, it's obviously there's no qualifying. The event itself is already kind of like a qualifying event.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
I as well give it a try.
Your event
Also,
rival is near the back of the pack.
I think that last time that I used this car... Wow, that wasn't skipping. But yeah, last time I used this car in this tuning thing, it didn't go well for some reason. Also nice to see... Oh, I got a penalty there. Nice to see Okutama making a comeback. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of this track, but this is a pretty unique track. Like, at this point I gotta assume it's real, but I thought it was fictional. Like, maybe not Okutama as a place, maybe that place exists, but I mean, this track looks as if it was fictional, because I find a hard time thinking that you go into another place of the track going through a torii gate. Like, that looks, again, pretty fictional. Like, it's something that that wouldn't be like that in real life, but maybe it is like that.
You're 1 second slower than the lap leader.
I know. Not to mention that everyone behind me is approaching pretty quickly. Do you think that 5 laps should be enough to keep my rhythm up? Probably not.
If you could make up a second this lap, you could gain a good few places.
Why do you sound so pissed? Okay, that was bad. You sound pretty pissed right now. Maybe you wake up on the wrong side of bed or what? I mean, I know it's the middle of the week, we are in Wednesday, but... Well, not in my case. In my case, like tomorrow and the day afterwards are holidays.
1 second slower than the lap leader.
So theoretically my work week ended today. But sucks to not be me, I guess. I'm just kidding. Though it's pretty nice to have a holiday. Like, I wasn't kidding about it. Yes, I do have the next 2 days off.
If you can make up a second, you could gain 3 places.
But if I can do half a second, I can do that. Fuck. Damn, this corner is fucked up. Hey, what's wrong with you? Okay, that works. Not sure where, like, I mean, I probably do know where to gain time here, but I'm not sure how. Like, here is where I gain time, but this is a hard set of corners. Yeah, Nathan is in first place. That's annoying. I might also be braking too much in those corners there. Maybe.
If you can make up a second, you could gain 3 places.
You already say that, dude. I don't know. I think that this is as fast as I can do it. Want to believe it's not the case, but I feel like it unfortunately is the case. I did that pretty fast. Okay, and here I guess stay as close to the right as possible. Yeah, I actually got it. Nice. That was cool, guys. I actually got faster in every single lap, which is the idea of these events, but it's nice that it actually happened. Okay, the problem now is that the drift event is most likely what comes afterward, right? Yes. So last time I got like, what, 11th place on the drift event, and I thought I was doing well, but apparently I did like shit. Yeah, you have 4 hits, but that's assuming you get past the first one, and I didn't do that last time. So I don't know, I should try drifting more aggressively maybe? Or maybe I'm supposed to use like I mean, the upgrade thing is not relevant here. I mean, that's the thing, you qualify here, and I didn't qualify last time, just got eliminated immediately. Okay, see, so that's already a bad start. But the point is that I don't know how to do better without going off track. Like right there I went off track precisely because if I do the same thing I did last time, I'm not gonna win. Well, not gonna win. Forget about winning, I'm not gonna qualify. But the thing is that, yeah, that's what happens immediately after I increase the time. If I don't do it slow, it just seems like I'm not doing it, period. But, I mean, Another problem is that you cannot know how good you are doing for some reason. Like, unlike the time attack where you constantly, you know, well, not to mention the regular qualifying sessions, like, you can always know how well you're doing, but in these shitty ass drift events you cannot. You only know at the end when it's already too late. These drift events are fucking cancer. An actual piece of garbage like they are in every single game. Because, I mean, how else will you explain the fact that I am a contender to win, and well, I usually also just win in the rest of the event types, but in this one I do so badly. Like, it doesn't make any sense outside from the fact that drifting fucking sucks. Like, yes, I'm not good at it, I'm not saying I am, but like, that's the thing. Like, how could there be so much disparity? Like, I cannot be the only one that struggles this much with this shit. Last time, if I'm not mistaken, for fuck's sake, last time I did 1 million points and that was not enough.
Looking good. A good score in run 2 and you're through to the knockouts.
Well, this guy says that that's a good score, but should I trust him? Because again, you cannot see how well you're doing. That's so moronic. Maybe because they don't expect you to be out by the qualifiers. Like, maybe when the actual hits start, you can actually see how much score you're doing. That's the only thing I can think of. Those 4 stars don't look very nice to me. Oh, fuck you and your off track, goddammit. And when you restart, oh, you do it from the first run? Well, that's pretty annoying. What even is the point of having 2 runs? Is it a second opportunity? But what's the point of that when you can simply restart? Unless the score in both runs like counts for the qualifying shit. Like, maybe it's like an average of the 2 of them. Could be. Oof, that was almost a collision. Was very little score.
Fantastic drifting there. Looking good to qualify.
Well, at least this guy says that I'm looking good to qualify, but I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like last time there was a drift event, I didn't do much different than this. Though I do remember him saying worse things last time, like I needed to do better if I wanted to enter the event or whatever, right? So this time he's saying other stuff that makes me think that at least the qualifying I will be able to go past it. Will that be the case? I don't know. If I don't qualify, dude, you're the worst co-pilot ever.
Great run. You're through to the knockout stage.
Well, he's not a co-pilot, but you get the point. Okay, so I actually got first. So how did I do so badly last time? Maybe it's because I did bad in one of the runs, and since the score is added, well, that's very messed up. Like, I thought that the score wasn't added in both runs, so I guess that might explain why I did so badly last time. Because I think at one of the runs I went off track constantly, so I should have just restarted. Also, how is it going, Wasabi? I mean, I haven't used Copilot, you know? Despite of how much Microsoft wants to shove it down your throat, I don't think I ever used Copilot for anything. And that probably will stay that way. So yeah, I have no clue. Personally. It's possible that...
You're now chasing the lead car.
It's possible that it's not worse than that, maybe. I don't know. Hard to tell. In fact, I don't even know, do I even have Copilot installed in my PC? Like, I know it is in my work PC because I don't give a fuck about that. Like, whatever it might have installed is whatever. I don't know if I even have it in my PC. I don't want to find out either, I guess. I won. By how much? I'm relatively close here, I guess, to not winning, but... Man, if anything, that makes me wish that I knew exactly how this worked last time, so I wouldn't have gotten out before even entering the event. But the problem is that if you want to redo that event, or any specific event, you have to go through the whole season, and I'm not gonna do that. Oof. You see? Wait, oh, you can actually... I didn't think about it, but if you off track, you can just, you know... You can just flashback. Should work. Although he's ahead of me here. One place it is installed, though, is your keyboard. It even replaced one of the start keys. Yeah, but I don't think it is. Like, last time I pressed the start key, it just brought up the typical, you know, menu that you get. You know, like the classical thing that when you press the icon on the bottom left shows up. For fuck's sake, dude. I personally don't think that Copilot might be installed. The issue is that I'm afraid to look for it, because maybe if I look for it, Windows is gonna be, oh, hey, Copilot is actually not installed. Do you want to install it? And the question is a rhetoric question, because it doesn't matter if I want it or not. So yeah. I think I prefer to not find out if it's installed or not. I can tell you that so far it hasn't bothered me. So that's what makes me think it's not installed. But I could be wrong. Okay, I ended up winning now or what? I did. Well, that's a big ass score. I almost didn't win though. But wait, if that guy gets the same score he got in his semi-final, he's gonna get fucked. Try searching for it in the search bar. You should be able to find it without activating it there. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I fear that even typing it on the search bar is enough to tell Windows updates, oh, hold up, Copilot is not installed, let me change that for you. Because you don't know how Windows can do things, you know? Like, Windows does a lot of things without your explicit consent, and that could be one of them. I mean, hopefully not, but it could easily be one of them. But I want to keep my experience Copilot free if possible. Okay, that wasn't a good ending. So then, this guy got more score than me. That's a little bit unbelievable considering how badly he did in his own semi-final, right? I feel like you might be lying to me. You might be lying to my face, and that's not nice. Okay. That was... okay, that's bad. Don't worry. The flashback works every single time here. So, here I feel like I should bring the previous theory that I had, that the flashback only doesn't work when there are a lot of cars nearby, because it probably, like, makes the memory overload or whatever. Which would be nonsense if it was like that. Otherwise, we cannot explain how it's so consistent when there are no cars around. It's so weird. Is this enough to win? Yeah. By how much though?
Fantastic result, you did it.
I guess. Okay. That was annoying, but at least I won. Wait, and I didn't get even a single objective? Really? How did I not? Also, this is a race. Is this a race with qualifying, or is it just, you know? Oh, it's time... wait, it is time attack. Didn't you say that there were two races? Yeah, I mean, though, the real issue is using this piece of shit of a car, really. Man, I hate muscle cars so much. I hate them. If they were only ugly, I wouldn't care, but the fact that in every game where the driving is supposed to be semi-realistic, even though obviously not, you cannot get something realistic simply by using a fucking gamepad. But the point is that every time that one of these things has to be used, they all fucking suck to drive. The only exceptions, of course, is in some arcade racing games, and that depends, because Need for Speed is arcade racing in almost all of them, and the muscle cars suck also in all of them. So, I don't know, dude. Really feel like muscle cars don't have much of a muscle, you know? Wait, I'm first? No way. Really? Alright, well, cool. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. Also, you know, I probably shouldn't say this because I think I say this some time ago and it still didn't come true. But yeah, since you're here, Wasabi, you know, I really want to play Street Fighter 6 World Tour. Like, either after I'm done with this game, which I don't know when that's gonna happen, or sometime afterwards. But it's that every time I think about it, I think to myself, I'm not gonna like this. I probably shouldn't bother. but I probably should bother. I mean, it's just that, you know, part of the reason why I purchased Street Fighter 6 is precisely because it had single player content, unlike, well, the predecessor had single player content, but it wasn't very good. Now, this one is probably not gonna be very good either, but I feel like I want to do it. But will I do it? It's just always hard to get that push to be like, yeah, today is the day I start streaming it. Especially when even though I haven't seen it, I know for a fact that it's a very goofy mode. They are very goofy NPCs. Well, in fact, if I'm not mistaken, the regular opponents are like some weird ass guys with boxes in their heads. So every time I think about that, I'm like, do I really want to play this? And the thing is, I do want to play it, as in I cannot not play it ever, but just that every time I think of playing it, I think to myself, no, I should leave it for some other time. And then I always end up leaving it for some other time, but that time never comes, you know? So I'm not sure what to do, but it's a little bit annoying. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the next game will be it. I mean, it's not like if I start playing it, I have to finish it. If I don't like it, I don't like it, and that's it. You know, no harm done. Yeah, I don't know. So, I already am first place here. So, yeah. Now, are those two races that I saw actually races, or are they like time attacks like this one? I have a feeling that they are time attacks, which will be bad. No, this one is a race. Like, that checker flag icon means like an actual race, I'm pretty sure. It is a race and there's even a qualifying session. I'll qualify. Pretty hard for me to look at Yas Marina and it be in daytime. I'm so not used to it. Yeah, I mean, it's a track like any other. You know? Wait, can you flash that back? Or that's probably too late. It's not too late, actually. And I still am pretty special. Okay. How about you don't get the penalty? I think I'm asking for too much. Yeah, that probably was bad, but certainly better than getting the penalty. Because you cannot restart the qualifying session. I mean, it's an odd thing. So, like, if you can restart races, why wouldn't you be able to restart the qualifying session? I guess they want to make sure that you give it your all and not just half-ass it simply because you can restart it. That's the final flashback, by the way. Was too close to another slowdown. Okay, that's enough. Though, not enough for first. Okay, I wasn't expecting it to be that bad. Damn, really. Alright. Well, that was unexpected. And the Raven West guys are still at the top here. Wait, my rival is Nathan, really? I wasn't paying attention. Okay, great start. Oh wait, hold up. We essentially have like the Nissan Silvia. I think they are Nissan Silvia, right? Then this Honda S2000 and the Mazda RX-7. I think, yeah, the Raven West guys are using the Mazda. Oh, sorry about that. You were kinda getting in my way. Man, come on, dude. This one is not gonna happen if I do this. They seem like this has to be a restart. They are way too far and my qualifying position was already pretty bad.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
Okay, I don't know what half of these morons are doing, but at least they kept me out of it. Also, this guy just cut the track. Are you not gonna penalize him for that? I guess the penalty only applies to the moron player, right? Pretty cool. This Nissan Silvia thinks he owns the place. You don't own shit. That being said, he's defending his position like his life depended on it. You're such an asshole. And all of that is because he skipped a corner and he didn't get penalized for it. Pretty classy.
3 laps left.
Now the question is if I can... I don't think I'll be able to reach Nathan though. Especially since here I'm pretty sure the Mazda is clearly intended to be way faster than this thing I'm using. In fact, I don't even know if I can take the 3rd place by now. Not that it should matter for the tournament standings anyways, but... So I don't know if the tournament standings are different for these events, because this event is technically not the same as the time attacks.
Halfway point.
What did you say? Wasn't paying attention. I gain a lot of time there, but I feel like I lose it all on what comes afterwards here. Especially if I do that, and I tried using the flashback and it didn't work. Promise that if I restart this is gonna be an infinite loop. I don't think I can beat the Mazdas. Like, the Mazdas are very clearly way faster than me, it's not even close. I feel like this is probably... nice. Probably the worst case of my car being severely underperforming compared to the top guys. It's usually not this bad, but it really feels like this Mazda RX-7 are in a different tier. Okay. Means that at this distance,
You've got two
like,
cars in front.
you know that this straight is pretty long. And on this straight, I clearly am not faster than them. So I lose a lot of time. And there is this one too. I simply am not faster. So they end up gaining a lot of time. The only way you can keep up is in the corners, but you have to do them very well as well. Thankfully that wasn't a penalty. And now there's only Nathan ahead. I probably shouldn't say only. It'll be hard to reach him. At least there are still 2 more laps. If it was the
You've set the fastest lap this race.
If it was the final lap, it would be an issue. But it's not.
Seconds behind Nathan McCain.
I know, he's right
Nathan McCain
there.
up ahead.
Okay. At least I managed to get ahead.
Nathan McCain has dropped down to second place.
I know. I made him drop down to second place. Yeah, maybe I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't restarted. Maybe I would have reached him. I guess I also needed more practice with these corners, because... Well, not to mention I'm still getting penalties. No, I think the restarts were well used if my idea is to win, because yeah, I could have just gotten second place or whatever, but I guess it was better this way. Also, I wanted to do the Grand Slam, but I don't think I can do it now,
Final lap. Keep that lead intact.
because I feel like I'm gonna finish this season, and that's enough time for the stream. I mean, well, as I say, tomorrow is a holiday, so it's not like I need to go to sleep early, but I feel like it, that's an interesting thing to do. Won't let you overtake, Mr. Wait a second, I just realized something. I won't be able to do the Grand Slam either, because I don't have the street one, or maybe I do have street level 3, but I didn't do the street season here, so I will kind of be behind with that one. He almost overtook at the end.
Playing that over and over. Great win.
That was good, even 420.
Get closer than that. That's a win.
Yeah, he was my rival, surprisingly. Okay. At least we're progressing on this thing that I fell behind quite badly. Then there's gonna be this drift event, and then there is another regular race. And then it ends. And I think that, as I said, that's where I'll end the stream. But then I wasn't even able to do all the categories today. This game is gonna be super long. Extremely long even. Now this, I gotta say that it doesn't make any sense that the qualifying round for drift has 2 runs and they both matter for the score, because it makes sense when you compete against someone else, because apparently someone is chasing and someone is then the chaser, right? Which still kind of doesn't make sense, because it's not like you will ever get close to each other anyway. So here, since you're by yourself, why do you even have 2 instead of only 1? Just feels stupid.
Great run. Get another like that and you'll be through to the knockouts.
I really regret not knowing that in the first attempt, because I obviously would have beaten it. if I had knew that both runs matter. You know, I did not know. Maybe I should have paid attention to the explanation. Maybe the explanation told me that, like the intro to the no, but I think that the intro to this category only told you that there were drift events. I don't know if they actually explain how they work. Maybe they didn't. Oh, that's too much. Well, and I got almost 2.5 million here. Though these guys feel like they end up adapting to what score you get anyway, so a little bit useless to compare scores right now. I still, even now that I understand how this what am I saying, drift event works, I still wish it didn't take that much time, because, I mean, here, this is technically the most repetitive event type of them all. Like, even more than the open wheel one. The only difference is that it's a lot shorter, so it doesn't feel as annoying, I guess. But I mean, it feels annoying to me simply because I don't like drifting. So yeah.
Now chasing the lead car.
But I'm still surprised how this, like, how does it matter if someone is chasing or not? I guess it's that the one that is ahead sets up the pace, like with score, so you know more or less how much you need, but that still feels like such a minor thing. Well, and here he's ahead in points, but simply because he was like one section ahead. He's not gonna be ahead at the end. Okay, I wanna see how the other guys do. Okay, I think this one will simply be free to win. And every single round of this that passes just makes me regret so much that I didn't know the way this worked the first time. Because right now it's the only stain I have in my perfect record. Like, everything else is a first place, but not that one. That nasty drift event is not. But as I say, considering that I'm probably not gonna play every single event in the game anyways, I don't think it matters too much. So I will still like to constantly see the standings. It wouldn't hurt at all to have the total time they have right now, because here you can only see the difference in the current round, but that's not even useful either, because you should know what the difference is with him being ahead of one section. which is completely useless. Like, you have to do the calculations yourself, and it will just be so much simpler if you could see the total all the time, but you can't for some weird ass reason. But yeah. That probably was another free victory, I would assume.
That's got you through to the final.
Yes. I don't think I even have to worry here about somehow losing if I keep up this score.
You're starting this in the lead position. Set the pace and stay ahead.
Okay, I'm getting even better scores now, in case there was any doubt if I will make it or not.
Starting off the back of a great run last time. Keep
So
it
I
up.
have no idea what flow means. Like, apparently it's... But why does it start at 50%? Maybe it has to do with your pace. Like, the faster you're going, the higher the flow goes. Because otherwise, maybe if you did this slower, you could get more points, but that's what's preventing you to do so. But at least it gets up to 100%, like, doesn't go any higher. Makes sense, but hey, I will assume that that's what it means by flow. Probably. I don't know. Okay, that was my best score by far. So yeah, this was free.
Won the final. That's superb.
Superb. Okay, so now there's only the race remaining, and oh, it's a muscle race. Fuck. Okay, that's fine, sure. The problem is that it's with this annoying ass Dodge that I hate to see and to drive. I really hate this car. And to think that this car, like, I know people, well, people, I mean, yes, they are people, but what I mean is that I don't know them in real life. I simply know them through the internet, that have a car that I'm pretty sure is either this one or very similar to this one. They call it the Hellcat. I think it's either this one or one that is from the same series of models, right? And some people have that as their dream car, and I'm like, how can you look at this and be like, yes, this is my dream car? I mean, I'm not judging, or well, rather I am judging, but I shouldn't probably judge. But it's just that how don't you think this shit looks lame? Like, to me it looks so fucking lame. I guess the front doesn't look that bad, but the rest is so plain, and maybe that's all you need. I mean, you don't need anything over complicated. I don't know, dude. It's like saying that... I mean, I'm not sure what to think of as a comparison, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't know, it just feels so ugly to me. But again, I shouldn't judge. I probably like things that are even uglier.
Position 2, and your teammate is 16th on the grid.
Okay, so the opponents here are supposed to be the Ford Mustang. No, considering that I launched in second place,
That's Nathan McCain up ahead.
I probably should have put this in the hardest difficulty. But considering how much I don't enjoy driving these cars, maybe it's for the best if I don't also have to try hard to win. Just take it easy. It's so awful to drive as well. Ah, fuck. You know, for example, the Mustang, this one that is there, like, that one to me looks a lot cooler, even though it still doesn't look super cool to me, but I could understand someone having that Ford Mustang as like their favorite, their dream car, but the Dodge Charger or Challenger or whatever the fuck it is, I just don't know how. Like, my taste couldn't be any further from it.
I've asked your teammate to push for a higher position.
At least the good thing is that Nathan here is giving me a good challenge. But I guess that's mostly because of how bad I am at driving this. But at least it's not as free as I thought it would be. Close. Oof. No, damn it. You know, it's pretty funny to me to look at the speedometer with this car, and every time that I'm on a corner, there are only 2 digits. Well, I mean, there are 3 digits, but the first one is 0 always. Like, it's so bad at steering. I mean, it's not like it's the only one that goes back to 2 digits when it's steering, but this one does it so often. It's almost offensive. I guess Nathan... Oh, actually Nathan is third. The one that is second is Leo, or Leo. I think I think that's a French guy, so you probably will call him Leo. Maybe, I don't know. Not gonna try to guess how to pronounce French. Okay, so at least that's a win. Well, I guess this time the tuning challenge didn't go that badly. No, it's impossible for it to be worse than the first one I did. Great season. So it's also messed up how, you know, I get so little experience from this category. Feels like this category is
That
just
was an amazing
course.
season. To top it all off, you've been invited to compete in the Grid Championships.
Yeah, we did get the Grand Slam after all. On the two, oh yeah, that one, right there. So yeah, I actually did the street, like the second street event last time. Okay, never mind then. I don't need to do it now. But yeah, the Grand Slam is the only thing remaining. Well, not the only, but I mean, it will be the next thing remaining.
Grid championship.
Wait, what
This
can you
is going
see?
to be a defining moment in your career. Do your best.
I want to see what awards is. Oh, like you can see your position. It's what I was saying earlier. Like this drift event being 11th is such a stain. Whatever. I shouldn't worry
There's
about
offers
that.
for you to compete in a new tuner championship this season.
Yeah, I will compete on the Grand Slam, but that's gonna happen on the next stream. So yeah, thanks everyone a lot for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next stream with that Grand Slam. So have a good one and take care.